Yes. Your audio bit rate is 0. Thanks for that constant stream health reminder, YouTube, even though I know it's not 0, because people can hear me, you stupid bastard. Alright, we'll do the spiel in a second.
Every day, we fight.
No. 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 Every day we don't fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I will. But give me a sec. Where's stream? Stream should be there. I'm a lover. Okay, we're here. Hello. I got the text up. We're trying to make the text look pretty. I'm learning the new streaming software. You've heard that a lot, but then also, you know, it takes time to learn this stuff, brother. We got Goldenfloof versus Rocket. I'll let people gather briefly, and then we'll do the intro. So then we have ODMs. Rocket. Oh. Boom. 0. Now let's shrinky dink that, so it's a little less toxically large. Boom. Okay, how does that look? Needs to go down. No, not that. Needs to go down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Rocket is not quite in the box, but I think the names are good. I'm going to start just playing with the spacing of that one. Let's go ODM RocketRoux and get rid of... Oh, that's not... Alright, we can not separate ODM or Rocket and then separate that. Boom! And we'll give the money. Raise a little bit more space. Yep. And we'll start off with $50. Bam! Okay. What's happening here? We have ourselves a little fun charity stream. We have 2 players that have done a lot for our community. Goldenfloof, by just being the bestest boy, look at him go, and has been a long-time player. Rocket retired for a bit, then kind of came back, then kind of retired for a bit, so hasn't been playing as much recently, but he did design our Vermin League bot, so he is certainly a treasure for us all. So these 2 missed the playoffs, and they were sad about that, and they asked me what they could do to get into the playoffs. Is there any way playoffs could be delayed? And I said, no, fuck off. But you both have adorable, amazing dogs. So I have an idea. And I told them after they both got back from their things, we could do a charity stream where all donations, all memberships gifted during the stream, and then the ad revenue from the stream will go to charity. And I had to find one. I found Best Friends charity. It is the second most effective in the nation, but it's much more dog focused, and that seemed appropriate for the dog charity stream. The other one is like animal and general focus, which isn't bad, but it's like not the vibe. So they focus on rehoming older dogs and making sure that dogs that got taken away from their owners, because their owners, I mean, car accidents and stuff happen, right? Or like your owner just ages out and they have to go to a retirement home and you can't have a dog. Then these dogs need somewhere to go, but they're usually not puppies, and puppies get adopted a lot more often. So it's programs that kind of connect families that are willing to have dogs that aren't super young, which is lovely. We love that. So I'm throwing $50 in to start it off. So the money raised is just $50 of my own thing. And then Jeremy, you are already a member, so I don't know if that counts as a donation, but I'll look into, what is my warp fire thrower? $2? Sure. I don't know if you actually paid right now or if you're just reminding me that you have paid in the past. We'll put $2 on there. Bim! Bam! $52 to charity already in minute 1! That's insane! Yeah. So if you ever feel like donating to the stream, tonight's a good night, as it'll go to charity instead of my greedy ass. No dogs in the Brett mirrors. Tzeentch are like the best faction against dogs. For the puppies! True! We only have 20 people here right now, so I'll probably do the charity spiel off and on throughout the night. Not in that much detail, though, because people in VOD land just heard all that. Our players have not done their builds ahead of time, because they just got off work, but they did do their picks and bans throughout the day. So Game 1 will be Tzeentch versus Bretonnia. Game 2 will be Vampire Coast versus High Elves. Game 3 will be Grand Cathay versus Khorne. And then if there is a Game 4, it'll be Lizardmen versus Empire. And if there is a Game 5, it will be chat picks. So I will ask chat to vote on Rocket's faction. And then I will ask chat to vote for Goldenfloof's faction if we get to a Game 5. So here's hoping. Jeremy with $20 more! Thanks, Jeremy. Gotta go update the monies thing. Boom, 72. And how fancy can we get? Oh, not that fancy. I gotta learn how the stream things works. Alright, we'll get into game 1 in a second. Players are building their builds. Goldenfloof with the 50! Wow. That's a good amount of money. That's a good amount of money. Alright, text thing. Quick maths. 50 plus 72 is 122. Alright, we're loading the game. I gotta go fast, but we gotta do text. Add a text file, yes, yes. And the text says, donors? Donors? That looks more correct. Human boy. I know it's gigantic. Hold on, I'll fix it in a second. Goldenfloof. No, he needs a capital G. And then we have Jeremy. 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 Bam. And then we'll make that a lot smaller. Okay. Select the right thing. Whoop. Oh! Did I make it backwards? I made it backwards. There we go. Boom. And I think I can keep adding to that. I don't know. I'll work it out. I'll learn it. Oh my god, Hayseed came in while I wasn't looking. Love the streams, love the dogs. Simple as. Okay. Now, trying to figure out. Aha! That's how we do it. Hayseed. Yes. So I figured out how to add vertically. And then I gotta update the money raised to. Hayseed did 20, right? Bam, 42. Celebrate their first live chat on a stream. I don't know how to do that, YouTube. I'm just gonna go, woo! Let's give it a woo! Alright, game 1. Let's focus up. Bretonnia and Tzeentch. Tzeentch bringing their Chaos Lord. Pretty common in this matchup. Oh, and he moved. Pretty common in this matchup. A halberd mounted character. I usually see him on his disc, but I also can see it on his horse. Change or die in Colossal Strike, making him a very effective duelist. We have a Cultist of Tzeentch, which is Burning Head to deal with archers. We have double Chaos Furies, a Soul Grinder, and then triple Chosen with halberds, and the Sour Guts Pink Horrors backed up these Severed Claw. So I think the Burning Head is to clear out archers so the archers can't pick off the Chosen, and then the Chosen will grind everything else to dust. It's a pretty strong strategy versus Bretonnia. I can appreciate that. On the other side, for Bretonnia with their elite cav, we have King Luen, Sword of Khorne, the only thing he brought as far as like AoE items go. Peasant mobs and men-at-arms polearms in the front line. There are a bunch of archers for Burning Head to try and kill. Peasant bowmen and peasant bowmen with fire arrows as far as the eye can see. Damsel of Life with regrowth and earthblood. Pegasus Knights, Royal Hippogriff Knights, and Grail Knights for the 3 cavalry pieces. The only thing I worry about is Tzeentch's agency. I have seen this sometimes. Like, the Chosen build can be hard to beat, and it can win for sure. But there are times that it can get to a super late game situation. If there's no cavalry or no nets or any way for Tzeentch to force the cavalry to stay in the halberds, they can kind of just fade away into nothingness. Oh, the players asked me if they're good to start without, and I didn't see it because I'm an idiot. Cultist Tzeentch is just waiting. Oh, he's kind of cut though. Look at that bicep. Damn, boy. We're off. The first of the archers getting into range, going to pelt the Chosen of Tzeentch. Chosen of Tzeentch relying on their barriers and 120 armor, but they have no natural physical missile resistance, and they have no shields. Chosen of Tzeentch get run over by the Grail Knights, then they have to back off. Now the Sour Guts are under attack, but the Severed Claw and the Soul Grinder nearby could make the Grail Knights regret this a little bit, as Furies are getting picked off by Lewin and the Hippogriff Knights. It looks like their leadership is already going to falter. They're trying to fly away and just get a little bit of space as the Furies of Tzeentch dive straight in onto the Peasant Bowman. Where do you work out the library? It's a good backline disruption from both, as the Furies are flying overhead to just immediately rout some archers before they get Demonic Instability crumbled, and this one's peeling Lewin away to try and save the archers before the Burning Headcaster can get in range, and these Grail Knights are having a tough go of it. The backline dive didn't work out super great for them since the Sour Guts are explosive when they die. Makes it a little hard to clearly kill them off, and now the Chosen of Tzeentch are dealing with these Grail Knights, and the Grail Knights do have Lance Formation on, which gives them some buffs, but it also reduces their melee defense by 8. They are getting shredded right now as the first of the Burning Heads comes through to try and get rid of the Peasant Bowman, but really good dodges here from Goldenfloof, really mitigates a lot of the damage, but unfortunately those Grail Knights staying in the Chosen of Tzeentch is a huge mistake, and they will be getting a regrowth now, but the Sour Guts are constantly putting that fire on them so that they only get half the healing. Really good play there from Tzeentch. There's not a lot of halberds back here as Bretonnia commits a ton of their cavalry. See if any Chosen can peel off and come deal with this, but it doesn't look to be the case so far. The Chaos Lord is dealing with Lewin while the Soul Grinder continues to fire. It looks like he's shooting at the Peasant Bowman. Not a lot of damage from that. I would like to see them trying to pick off Hippogriff Knight models so that the healing can't bring models back. Miguel with the 10 euros. What the dog doing? The dog is apparently getting saved by this stream. But our Soul Grinders is Tzeentch good. They never seem to do any damage when they use them. They are good. They're like snipers, though. You don't want to use them on anything cheap. You just want to, like, hit the most expensive thing you can with them, because their damage is very focused. It's not generalized at all. So they're good at Lord sniping, hero sniping, elite cab sniping. Lewin is getting punked right now by the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch. He needs to back off, but the Sour Guts are about to spend force. They're going to Demonic Instability crumble soon. The Grail Knights are also very injured, though, and the Chosen of Tzeentch have taken a good amount of damage, so Bretonnia is not going out without a fight. This one's already at a third HP, half and half. So the Chosen not feeling the vibes. Lewin can get some slow healing over time. A lot of the Knights can get healing from regrowths and Earthblood, but not all at the same time. Tzeentch is 1,000 gold value ahead on the damage. The Severed Claw are still full HP. Grail Knights coming to Lewin's aid as Lewin finally gets back from the sky. That will leave the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch in a bit of a pickle. Colossal Strike is still active, though, so I don't know if the Grail Knights even want to stay here. They probably just want to take the win of Lewin getting up in the sky and leaving, but looks like they are going to stay in the fight. The Chaos Lord needs to swing. He just needs to swing as much as possible. He is taking a lot of damage for being surrounded by these Chaos Knights, so it's not great. Soul Grinders get a quick shot in. Hippogriff Knight's trying to clear out the Chosen on the front line. It looks like they're doing a damn good job of it. Yeah, one Chosen is down. Another one's getting rear charged by Pegasus Knights. And that is brutal. Soul Grinder still has 10 ammunition, which is very nice. Chaos Lord of Tzeentch needs some help. Severed Claw are coming to help him. He's very, very low. Did some good damage back to the Grail Knights, but Grail Knights can get regrowth. He cannot. Kairos Fate Weaver does not have regrowth anymore. And he's not in this particular battle. Soul Grinder going to throw up at the Pegasus Knights. Hippogriff Knights retreating and getting a regrowth. I like that. They still have 9 out of their 12 models, so they're very effective. While the Pegasus Knights have lost over half their models, Grail Knights have lost over 2/3 of their models, so healing up the most effective knight possible right now as the Terror Route takes the Chosen of Tzeentch. Chosen of Tzeentch, Chosen of any kind, are not ITP. Only Slaanesh is immune to psychology. Another Burning Head to take out the archers as Bretonnia is taking a bit of a lead on the balance of power, and the damage value is very even, which when one faction is healing, you need to be way further ahead of them than that. What charity and how do I donate? Any way you donate to the stream counts. I'm just keeping a tally. And the charity is Best Friends. It is the second most dollar for effectiveness effective charity, but it is the most focused on dogs specifically, and that seemed in theme. It mostly focuses on getting dogs that are not puppies into homes, because puppies are pretty easy to get into homes. Older dogs aren't. And not even saying old dogs, just like not, literally just not puppies dramatically decreases your chances of getting homed. So that charity focuses on that. Chaos Lord of Tzeentch still trying to fight back. Colossal Strike is active again, but the Sword of Khorne is making his melee defense very, very low. The Cultist is trying to get involved. Soul Grinder is trying to get disengaged so that he can turn around and use his shots to help out. He is much better at shooting than he is at fighting. Johnny Bravado with the $20 for the dogs. I will add that and Miguel's donations in just a second. In between the lobbies, one might say. Chaos Lord of Tzeentch not going down easily at 700 HP, and still his leadership is holding for now. ITP from the Colossal Strike keeps him from terror routing. I don't know if Tzeentch has the oomph left though. The Chosen are all gone. It's just the Keepers of the Flame. No, the Severed Claw. Keepers of the Flame are a very different faction. Still the Soul Grinder. There goes the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch though. And as long as he's routing, the Bretonnians will not let him come back. That damned Hippogriff Knight. Very healthy with 9 out of 12 bottles left. Probably can clean this up. Probably. As the Soul Grinder tries to snipe out the Grail Knights, does get a couple hits onto the back of him. Only 9 models left out of 48 as they run that guy off the battlefield. Fluent stayed in the fight with the Grail Knight support against the Tzeentch Lord, would have been dead. True, but he didn't have to. When you have all the healing, he had all the time, so he could have just backed off entirely. I also think the Grail Knight's around was fine without Loon, because Loon's a big boy. He can block a lot of those Grail Knight models from actually getting contact. I don't think it would have been a disaster if he had stayed. It's just, I get it. So Loon killed off the Chaos Lord, making it even less likely any of these Chosen return. Cultist is currently getting sniped out by Pegasus Knights and Men-at-Arms. Look at him in there, getting stabbed like a punk. Another regrowth heals up the Hippogriff Knights. And the Soul Grinder is just trying to shoot at them, trying to get anything he can going, but it's really not going to work out. And soon, just the Severed Claw will remain, and they cannot carry an entire game. They're good, but like, not that good. Come on now. Come on now. That's going to be game 1 going to Goldenfloof. As the Cultist terror routes, the Soul Grinder is about to Demonic Instability crumble. That could trigger army losses, and then you don't even have to kill the Severed Claw. You just have to still be here when they die off. There we go. What up, Will? It's the GG. I was worried it was crashing for a second when it didn't like load into the next thing quickly. Going through values, Peasant Bowman did fine, Men-at-Arms Polearms did fine, Lewin did okay, but it was the Grail Knights and the Hippogriff Knights that got more value done. Actually, the Pegasus Knights did surprisingly well for their price. The Chaos Lord of Tzeentch did fantastically, so did the Burning Headcaster. The Chosen just kind of struggled to get a great fight. As we said before, Soul Grinder did okay, but the Chosen are just low agency, so it's like you need the Bretonnians to make mistakes, which they did that one time in the early game, but after that, he tightened it up pretty good. All right, so Johnny Bravado and Miguel. I gotta add those. How do I add those? Oops, don't open my Steam. Move you over here so I don't spell it incorrectly. We have Miguel, and I have an English computer, so I don't have the fancy... What is that called? I normally know what that's called. The thing above your A in your last name. Then we have Johnny Bravado. Oh, no. Johnny Bravado. Down a little bit. Then I gotta add the actual funds. What is that? 10 and then 30. I'm gonna treat euros and dollars as the same for math's sake. I'm not doing that conversion. 172. A tilde? Ah, that's it. It's a tilde. Games Workshop made so goofy ass helmets for Bretonnia Knights in the old world. Those are some goofy ass helmets. I'm here for it, though. Holy shit! Everchicken popping in with the $100 donation. Money for the dogs. Rocket King of Bitches in my heart forever. Good lordy, Everchicken. Also, hi, Everchicken. It's been a while. Nice to see you popping in here just to make me feel like a fool. Don't ask me how that works because I'm just being stupid, but yeah, it's good to see you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you around Warhammer stuff for too long. Maybe you're just in servers hanging out with clans and stuff. Maybe you're taking a break. But we love you. I know what an umlaut is, Will. That's the German double dots. I learned German. I didn't learn Spanish. Showcasing white lions to support animals is like McDonald's supporting Animal Kingdom's nonprofit with the McRib. Does giving away a membership count as donating? Twist? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Any form of donation counts. We are just keeping a tally over here. Damn. You know what's funny? Is I contributed 50 at the very start because I was going to anyway, but also to, like, not feel stupid. Because if you're an hour into the stream, I'm not saying this would happen, but sometimes, like, if you're like an hour into the stream and you have $2 raised, that's kind of cringe and awkward. So, like, I'll start off with 50, so no matter what, it doesn't look awkward. And then people just coming in hot. And now I have no worries about feeling awkward because, like, you guys are contributing so much fucking money. It's insane. No Total War since February, though. Maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I've been enjoying Total War right now, but it's not, like, objectively a bad thing if you're not playing a video game. For the puppers! Will with a 50! Okay, alright, let's add Will. Will, and then I gotta do this, and that's 50 more, so I gotta do quick maths. 322. Not 3,202. There's too much. Oh, the text has a little outline, but it's not perfect. Must fix outline so it's not gross. Yeah, let's just change the text color. Properties, how do you do that? Color, select color. What about yellow? And then, honestly, the outline is making it less readable, so no outline. What if we do, like, Warpstone green? Don't you burden me. Yes. It's ugly, but I'm kind of here for it. Let's go. Hi, Necromancer. Okay. Let's read the people's chat. Well, since people seem to be getting the idea despite joining later, yes, we are doing a best of 5 between Rocket and Goldenfloof. These players missed our playoffs, and they're good friends of the channel. And since they both have wonderful, gorgeous, amazing dogs, we are running a dog charity stream for our dog-loving friends in the Discord. We've already raised like $322, so it's going good. Do all armies have to feature the max unit of dogs? No. They don't have to. And no, none of them have. This Coast player needs to box the heck up. Love getting Vanguard deployed behind me on this map. Yeah, probably. I should cover the builds, shouldn't I? For the High Elves, we have Illyrian Reavers and Illyrian Reaver Archers. A ton of them out there. 5 total. 3 of them are Archer variants. Silverhelms, the Fireborn, and then a lot of archers. 6 archers, some of them have light armor. Some spearmen in the front line. Tyrion, who has recently been very prominent in High Elf games. I don't know if he's like meta or if people are just enjoying him now that he's kind of good. I still think like cheap mages are probably better, and then we have a Burning Head and Fireball caster. On the other side, for the Vampire Coast, we do have mortars, triple mortars, 2 dogs. Hey, dogs! Our first dogs in the dog stream. Broader Promethean's gunnery mobs, including the Lampe's Revenge, a couple animated hulks, a couple handgun mobs, 3 of them, and then Noctilus in the center with Melkos and Invocation Heck, and 5 zombie Pyrodecahands mobs. Game Boy gonna start getting jealous of the puppers? I'm already jealous of the puppers. Feel entitled to one joke at hubby's expense since it's a charity stream, so it's kind of ugly, but I'm here for it. Grace on meeting you, boy. It's more true than not. Animated Hulk's currently taking some of the early fire from the skirmishers. Looks like the Lamper's Revenge and handguns moving to peel them off and make sure they don't get in range of the mortars, as the mortars are doing a lot of work on the High Elf archers, and they have to, since there are 6 of those moderately elite archers to deal with. I just want to see one volley come in on these guys. I hear it. They're inaccurate, but when they hit, they deal damage. Yeah, that's good damage. So the mortars need to stay up to keep the archers at bay. They're having issues staying up, though, as a Burning Head plus Skirmish Cav Fire has nearly taken out one of the 3 mortars. Meanwhile, in the back, Scurvy Dogs catch one Illyrian Reaver. The other Illyrian Reaver looks like he's going for a suicide dive into the mortars. Handguns are turned backwards. It looks like they shot those other Illyrian Reavers and are currently reloading as they turn and try to deal with these guys. One other mortar is going to get taken out. This one so far is staying alive. Barely. Just barely. I wonder if Noctilus also burns an Invocation Heck to save these guys. It looks like not, as we have Kossovite Dervish cosplaying Illyrian Reavers sprinting in to try and just throw their leadership at the mortars and knock them offline. One mortar is crumbling to death. Another mortar is crumbling to death. It cannot rally at that HP, so they will need an Invocation Heck if they are to stay up. A third one looks like it will also be reaching that place, but it has not come for free, as many Illyrian Reavers have died for this cause. But the archers are in range. Now zombies have to move out and fight them, and ooh, the counter problem. The High Elves only have 2 spearmen, so actually zombies can just walk at these archers ad nauseum. The mobility of the Vampire Coast, once it is freed up from protecting its backline, it can get involved in just harassing the archers and running them down. As the only cavalry left for the High Elves that's healthy are the Silver Helms and Fireborns. They're down to 2 heavy cav, where they started off with 5 light cav and 2 heavy cav. All the light cav has been completely punked by the zombies defending their guns. Noctilus chases Tyrion away. Tyrion does not want to fight Noctilus on enemy infantry. Noctilus, being a halberd foot character, is rather annoying for a horse-based Tyrion to deal with. Even though Tyrion has the stats, it's just not great for horse characters to fight halberds. They tend to knock them around more than actually get damage out. Melkoth's trying to whittle down the Silver Helms and Fireborn, and this High Elf build did not bring regrowth, so they don't get a get out of jail free card for anything. Tyrion versus the World endgame is classic. It is pretty classic. I wonder if Noctilus's Wraith Storms plus being a halberd boy can knock him out, but actually you might want to throw the Wraith Storms onto the Fireborn. As the Fireborn are getting gunned down by handgunners and those, the Lamprey's Revenge coming over, Silverhelm's going to swap out with them, so those guys just both trying to refresh their charge bonuses by both charging a different direction. I love that. Zombies are so slow, archers can kite them for eternity. Necromancer did. Oh, probably Necromancer did. Yeah, Necromancer and Kyle both donate a shit ton of channel memberships. Bounce power is pretty even. Coast slightly ahead. As Tyrion tries to gang up on Noctilus with the Firecaster, Noctilus has to throw an Invocation Heck on himself because he's taking so much damage very, very quickly. But the zombies are catching some of the archers. And Count Noctilus still running after those guys as a Wraith Storm and a Melkoth hit the Fireborn, doing so much damage to them, knocking them down. Noctilus, you might have to back off, buddy. You probably need to get a lot closer to the Lampe's Revenge, because if Tyrion gets done with those zombies, he's coming for you again, and we saw how much damage you took last time. But Noctilus is actually going to fight Tyrion while he still has infantry support. The coast's getting further and further ahead as these handguns just refuse to go down. In the backline, the Fireborn and the Silverhelms are about to take a nasty volley from this side. They see the danger, they start to charge, but sometimes you can't charge away your problems, Fireborn, as they both rout. And Twist gave him membership. Twist, it is appreciated, my friend. And you never have to give money, but it is appreciated. Noctilus still fighting Tyrion, getting good damage out. It looks like Rocket will be taking game 2, unless something drastic happens. Also, Twist, the membership's $2, right? I think it's 2? I think it's 2. Tyrion still getting slapped by Noctilus. Some spearmen try to come to his aid. A burning head also comes to his aid to clear out these pole arms, and there it is. Tyrion got his massive heal just before the burning head would have triggered fire damage on him, so he did get the full effect from the Heart of Averlord. Now he's full HP, and all of a sudden Noctilus needs to run away. Archer's trying to kite it out, and they are starting to clear up things around themselves. Necromancer giving the 10. Membership is 5. Got it. Understood. Thank you for the clarification. And Tyrion gets worked again. While I was looking at chat, the Lampert's Revenge and Noctilus apparently doing enough damage to even rout him, which is a disaster. It's less of a disaster than usual, because if Tyrion breaks free, the Coast don't have anything fast enough to keep up with him, so he can run off to safety and he'll be just fine. Necromancer, for some reason, Super Chat's not available to you, but gifts work. Dude, gifts work. We take those. It all counts. It all goes towards the pups. So Tyrion's going to get to safety. The Firecaster is also safe, and there is a line of archers reforming and able to fire in. As for the Vampire Coast, they're running out of zombies as some Illyrian Reaver archers and Fireborn rally to try and kill off the last of the handgun mobs. Animated Hulk should be able to peel for them too. Though honestly, the handgun mobs aren't much of a threat anymore because all the stuff they would shoot is dead. Looking at you, Fireborn. Handgun mobs are pretty bad against archers. Archers are great against handgun mobs. Oh snap, something went wrong? That's not great. Okay. Stream good? My stream page crashed, but I wasn't sure if that actually crashed the stream or just the page. $2 is the min for the super chat. I see. Tyrion once again going for an honorable duel against a weird dude in purplish armor, finding out that wasn't on the menu. He's a pirate. Pirates cheat and swindle all the time. Tyrion's getting some shotgun blasts to the back by the Lampert's Revenge while he runs away. Meanwhile, the archers are just finishing off those handgun mobs. They will easily kill the animated Hulks as well. So we'll see what the Coast can do here, but it's getting a little risky as they're getting kited out. I think they need to probably stop chasing Tyrion. The shotgun blasts are good and stuff, but they need to just start walking ominously towards the archers. Yaroslav with the 50. Gifts aren't required. We'll consider this voluntary, punk. I love it. I'm actually very concerned for the Vampire Coast right now. Not gonna lie. Fireball to hurt the Lampert's Revenge. Also get a little bit of their healing reduced, but it's not that big of a deal. Noctilus even puts an invocation to heck overcast on them. Oh, because he wanted to heal too. That works. That works. As the crabs reach the poor archers. You cannot do much about that. I believe they're slower than the crabs. Yes, they are. So they will get hunted down and destroyed as the archers continue to pour fire into these guys. Tyrion having to fight with the regular rotting Prometheans mob. But they still have shotguns. His faint repose can't protect him from that very well. He is going to get his next Heart of Averlord proc. I can almost guarantee it. So he will end up heal capped, but damage is damage, and we take those. Lampert's Revenge still chasing off those archers while getting shot and getting hit with fireballs in the back. Balance of power still heavily favors the Vampire Coast, though I am less sure. As look at these Rotting Prometheans. These guys were full health just a minute ago, and with the Tyrion plus Archer plus Spearman damage, they are already toast. VP made a mutant Crab Lord. Don't they already have Celostra and Aranessa? Both are kind of like different halves of that. Aranessa's got the mutant. Celostra's on a giant crab. Invocation to Heck trying to heal the Rotting Prometheans. Trying. And they're going after Tyrion, trying to get shotgun blasts on him instead of chasing down the archers, realizing they're probably doomed, want to spend their time at least harassing someone worthwhile, rather than just dealing with archers, as another fireball hits Lampert's Revenge. Animated Hulks in the distance running down some other archers. Those crabs have crumbled away. For archers, we still have 2 left firing for the High Elves. One is running for its life, one is routing, one is routing. Ooh, there's another one. Another one. You have Wraith Storm? No, you don't. You have any Wraith Storm left? 120 melee defense of this, you filthy casual. Archers rallied just to turn and get a couple shots off quick on Lamper's Revenge while getting run down. They will rout again. This time they should go all the way off the map while Lamper's Revenge chase those guys. Damage values are very equal. Rocket still has a bit of a lead on the coast, and the balance of power is heavily in Noctilus's favor, but I am so much less sure than that. What do we have? 6 volleys, 7 volleys, 8 volleys. Tyrion is chasing Noctilus. Oh, he's got Faint and Repose stuff, so it looks like Rocket doesn't want to take that fight, but maybe you want to turn and get a downhill charge on him, as Tyrion gets an uphill back charge into Noctilus, gets the hit down. Chases after and gets another hit down. Noctilus, you gotta defend yourself, dude. I know Faint and Repose is a bitch, but you're just getting run down right now. Lost 1,000 HP. Turns and stabs at Tyrion. I think he doesn't want to proc the Heart of Avalorn again, but that might just be outside your control, my friend, as he took so much damage from Tyrion right there. Balance Power starts to all of a sudden think it's overabundance and Faith of the High Elves might potentially be misplaced. Spearmen! Surrounding Count Noctilus. Animated Hulk's routing off those archers. Those other archers we saw are officially off the battlefield. Tyrion is charging back in, and Noctilus looks like he's going to meet him. There's the last Heart of Avalorn proc. Tyrion is officially heal capped, but it might be all he needs as Noctilus and him are matching each other's HP as they go down. Noctilus takes another hit from Tyrion. Tyrion takes another hit from Noctilus. Noctilus has a little bit of the hungering he can still get healing for, but it is essentially dead even as Tyrion is down to 1,500 HP. Noctilus is at 1,400. Surrounded by enemy spearmen, Tyrion gets another shot onto him, and Noctilus is just getting absolutely dumpstered by the Heir Venarian right now. And he just can't land hits onto Tyrion at this point. 72 melee defense is too much. Tyrion tries to opt out. Noctilus is not able to quite chase him. His leadership rallies, so at least he can cast his Invocation Heck if he wanted to. Nope, he's crumbling again. It was momentary. Balance of power is 50-50, and I think the balance of power is starting to catch up with the fact that the High Elves actually do have a shit ton of archers, man. Just so many. Noctilus is disintegrating. He is gone. And then a Sunfang should sweep up the last of these zombies because they just lost their lord and they got hit by Sunfang, so they'll probably disintegrate away. Archers, 5 volleys, 6 volleys, 2 volleys. Should be enough, though. Tyrion's pretty low. As long as he doesn't sit in the middle of Lamper's Revenge, he'll be fine, so he can actually challenge his animated hulks and stuff. And all the archers immediately start to pincushion the crabs that can deal with Tyrion. As long as they die, the High Elves win the game. Now would be a good time to insert ads. No, you can't make me, YouTube. Lamper's Revenge, very, very low. Starting to crumble of their own volition. They are heal capped, so they can't get any more healing. These zombies are dying off as Tyrion just annoys them. The animated hulks go for a final charge. So the Lampers, actually, they managed to rally their leadership for now. The archers are sandwiched a bit. And then they go for Tyrion. Tyrion's Faint and Riposte is up. 1,000 HP left to get through on these crabs, and he has infinite melee stats. Only their shotguns can do anything. We'll see how many shots they manage to get off as the animated hulks continue to chase archers. Stupid kiting archers. Lamper's Revenge fade away, zombies fade away, and the animated hulks get into the fight. But Tyrion still has 1,400 HP. Animated hulks will never touch him. It's GG. Crabs should have missile resist. They don't. They do not. They just have a mega shitload of armor. Okay, I gotta go catch up on things. So McWright Phase gave 5. Necromancer gave 10 memberships, which I think is 50? Necromancer, is that 50 or 20? I think it's 50. Twist gave 5. Yaroslav gave 50. All right, Tyrion, 3,700 value. Very, very strong stuff from Tyrion. Archers also got a lot. Illyrian Reavers. And all the cavalry in general actually just got kind of wrecked. Noctilus, 3,000 for himself, so both the lords doing a ton of work. Mortars got shut down pretty quickly, but they forced the cavalry to suicide for it. We're getting into game 3. Okay. I'm gonna pull chat this way so I can see all your beautiful faces while I type on this thing. Properties. So we gotta add twist, I remember. Necromancia. I believe Mick right face. And then there was a name that I want to spell correctly. Yaroslav. And then the last name is what I needed to check. Kozoriz. Yaroslav Kozoriz. That's correct. That's badass. If that's not correct, then I still like how I said it, even if it's not correct. Okay, so then we have 5 more, so that goes to a 7. And then I believe we have 50 more. I believe. So that'd be 77. Then we add 5, and then we have 50. So we have 55 more. So this goes to a 2, that goes to an 8. And then that goes to a 3, and then this goes to a 4. 432 schmeckles. And I do need to update this to a 2. Dogstream and Hazel is missing. You had 1 job. Kozoriz. But close enough. Got it. Hey, Helmus, when's the next new player tournament? It is Saturday. It is Saturday. We're doing the 2v2 format. One of our players suggested that a new player pairs up with a veteran player, and the veteran player has more money. Wait, no, less money, sorry. So the veteran player only has like 3 units total, and they're trying to like coach you to victory. You have the big army as the new player. Game 3, Rocket's gonna try and come back in. It looks like it's Khorne Grand Cathay. We had all the matchups decided ahead of time. Yeah, Grand Cathay versus Khorne. That's hard. that's hard for Khorne. It's not impossible, but it is hard. Goat gutter, technically. Why would you cut goats? What did goats do to deserve this? How much funds did the veteran get in the Pac-Man tournament? They get the full 12,400, but they can only spend it on 3 units and no heroes. So it's a lord and 2 units. Damn, just came back to see how the stream is going. Raise good doggo money. Hell yeah, people. Yeah, Floof, they're killing it. It's my family name. Change your family name. I'm not mocking you. I'm just reading the chat. I heard goat cutter, goat shaver. I said don't cut goats. Don't do it. Stop cutting goats. But then where would goat meat come from? And I love goat meat, so I guess you have to cut goats. I also like mutton. Mutton's good. Mutton gets a bad rap. Because I see like a lot of British movies and stuff where like, ugh, mutton again? And then as an American who doesn't get to eat sheep. Have fun! Then it's like, fun. I don't know. For me, here's my hot take. For me, that mutton again is beef. because like I grew up with beef, and now it's not exciting. Like there's great cuts of beef, obviously, and like hamburgers, amazing, right? But like beef roast beef sandwiches, ground beef on its own, like hamburger hot dish, like that stuff, it's pretty mid. It's pretty whatever. Lamb's good. Goat meat's good. I think. I'm a big fan of turkey. I actually do like turkey a lot. Actually, just tonight we had a fun little health dish. I braised a fish fillet, I guess is what it is. I believe it was salmon. It was just in the freezer. We bought like a whole fish and then cut it up into sections and put it in the freezer, right? So it was one of those. It was either salmon or cod. Cod's not pink, then it's salmon. If both are pink, then I don't know. But whatever. So braised that in coconut oil. That was good. And then mixed in garbanzo beans, snap peas, peppers, tomatoes, garlic. Brought that all to a good sear. Mixed in rice and then the seasonings. And the seasonings was like, I don't know, sage, parsley, and then just salt and black pepper, and then some red chili flakes for a bit of zest, a little spice. And then when that was all done, squeezed some lemon juice over it. Shit was dope. It was a good one. People are made out of food. Xanatos coming in with the facts. Xanatos popping in here saying people are food. I know they are, dude. I know they are. The government doesn't want you to know this, but you can eat people. All right, Xanatos D. Why can't I see the rest of your name, Mr. Xanatos? I'm just gonna go to your YouTube channel. Xanatos Dualbont. Some of the names are going off the screen, so we gotta move the donors over a little bit. And Xanatos, what did you do? 20? Hold on. I'm looking, don't worry. $20, got it. 20 Canadian dollars, which are better than American dollars. Said the filthy American. Me. Okay, then it is salmon. I'm not a fish guy. I really don't eat fish enough, and I'm trying to eat a little bit more and be healthier. But I'm a Minnesotan. We don't have a ton of fish around here unless you get it out of a lake yourself, and I'm not fishing. Screw that. I am far too hyperactive to sit quietly in a boat for hours. Hazel, stop making noise. This is a dog charity stream. This isn't about you. This isn't about you, the dog. This is about me, the person. Hi, cutie. Hazel's here. Came for Warhammer, stayed for the cooking recipes. Yeah. McRightface with 5 more. Alright, McRightface, I'm going to add this 5 more, and then I need to focus up, because we got to talk about these builds in the game and stuff. Let's go. Oh, and you eat tons of fish? Dude, that's lit. Also, from cooking, I've learned that fish is not a very forgiving thing to cook. If you overcook it, it is super, like, dry and chewy and kind of gross. But if you undercook fish, you're going to have diarrhea for days. So fish, it's risky. I really like working with chicken. Because here's the thing about chicken. I know if you undercook chicken, you're also in trouble. But the thing is if you overcook chicken, depending on the recipe, you're totally good. Like, if you put it in a pan with aluminum foil, kind of making it into a bowl, the juices will leak out, like, as it's cooking, and then it'll kind of be in a broth. And then you could just kind of overcook it, because it's just sitting in its own juices, so it's not going to dry out. You don't have to worry about it, like, poisoning you, right? But if you do that with fish, it just sucks. Like, you have to cook fish right. I witnessed a guy catching salmon right out of my apartment near my creek. That's boss. All right, Rom, I will get to that in just a second. I saw you donated, and I thank you so much, but I haven't talked about either of the builds in the game. Already started because I'm a bad streamer. Let's do this. Scarbrand, the Exiled, with his AoE Rampage to draw a lot of Grand Cathay ranged troops into the fight. We have Minotaurs of Khorne with great weapons, 2 of them, 4 dogs, Chaos Warhounds of Khorne, and then we have Bloodletters, Marauders all across the front line, and more Bloodletters on the far side. What fish are you eating, Jack? Well, there's some parasite-ridden fish in the lakes of Minnesota. Lake fish are dirty, dirty creatures. We're not talking about ocean fish here. We're talking about swamp-ass lake fish. Anyway. For Grand Cathay, we have Miao Ying. Haven't seen her in a long time with Regrowth and Storm of Shadows. Then we have a Zhengdu War Drum to buff up all the troops of Grand Cathay, Iron Hail Gunners, and Peasant Archers as far as the eye can see. As far as the eye can see. The eye can only see 6 of them at a time. Any more, and you just blank out. Jade Warriors and a Peasant Bowman front line, Jade Lancers in the back, and Miao Ying, I wonder who that Regrowth is for, because I'm looking around, I don't see a lot of great Regrowth targets. It's not like the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin are hanging out or something. No Celestial Dragon Guard. Alright. Hummus eats fish sticks from Costco. I actually don't. I should, because Costco is great. Now, this is the fate of Scarbrand in this matchup very often. Storm of Shadows is slowing him down while the Iron Hail Gunners shoot at him. His Rampage should proc those guys into fight soon, but he is still going to get absolutely lit up by the Iron Hail Gunners. But is it enough of a lead for Grand Cathay? Normally, you would say yes, but look at all the dogs streaming in. Going to take out some of those Iron Hail Gunners. Minotaurs are also here, and the only thing to really stop them is Jade Lancers, but Scarbrand took a shellacking in the start of this game. He is very close to demonic instability crumbling as Miao Ying dives on him, and even the Zhengdu War Drum getting in on the action. Beat the drums of war, gentlemen! Beat the drums of war! Scarbrand needs like 200 more HP gone before he'll demonic instability crumble. Meanwhile, Bloodletters are also getting taken out. Rocket is off to a very early lead. The dogs are peeled away by Jade Lancers, but the Minotaurs are right where they want to be, and they're getting good damage out. Now does Cathay overcommit onto killing Scarbrand, which would be huge on lowering the leadership of this faction? Or do they focus on killing stuff around them? Scarbrand starting demonic instability crumble. Can he rally? He has enough HP to rally for sure, but at negative 33, I don't know if he's able to. Looks like he is going to go down. Things are getting a little scary for Grand Cathay, though. A lot of their troops are taking big damage. Those Jade Lancers taking a lot as well. Scarbrand is gone, though. No hope for him. Miao Ying's doing just fine. Now the guns are turning. Trying to deal with these Minotaurs of Khorne. Those ones are already at half HP. The other ones are full, but they're currently wading through Peasant Long Spears. As Bloodletters are cleaving through the front line, Marauders are having a lot harder of a time, and Rocket opens up a further lead. It's 2,200 value lead for him. I keep hearing the Zhengdu War Drum every so often. Relentless Rage makes these Minotaurs unable to die and unbreakable as they just sit in Peasant Long Spears. Bloodletters also trying to cleave through these guys and free up the Minotaurs' feet. But I'm getting worried for Khorne. I'm happy that Grand Cathay won for once, though, because I do want this stream to keep going. Don't want it to be a 3-0. That's lame, that's stupid, that's dumb, that's poopy. It does not look like we're getting a 3-0. As Rocket coming in swinging. Miao Ying just shows up in the middle of the casting couch level of Minotaurs around her, but thankfully she has Peasant Long Spears to keep things under control. Army losses is coming close, honestly. Miao Ying's even going to regrowth herself. I like this. I mean, she could use the health, obviously, but also just healing up your super expensive lord when army losses is closing in is a nice way to just shift that balance of power, like we see here, into army losses and getting it over with. So I like that a lot. That's good. A Rocket with a quick victory. Keep himself in it. All right, Ron McTavish with the 20 bucks. Hazel's expert input is appreciated. It is not. It is not. We do not appreciate Hazel on this stream. Looking at it, it's a pretty one-sided game. You're not going to see a lot of value anywhere for Scarbrand or his minions. Peasant long spears and Jade Warriors did fine, but the Iron Hail Gunner is pretty solid value. GG. That's a quickie. Give Rocket his point as we move into game 4. And then I gotta add 20 more to the pool. I gotta add a name, and it was Rom McTavish. I can remember that. Rom McTavish. Hazel! Hazel! Rom McTavish. Oh. Okay. I was checking in on my server. Gisele's looking at the Iron Hail Gunners and giving CA the big what the fuck. In something like this, would it be better to send Scarbrand after the rest of the army engages, or is it just a bad matchup? I think both are true. It's a bad matchup, but also there are ways to play it a little more slowly. Hazel Basil is demanding to know why other dogs are getting donations. She's literally starving for it. This dog is not starving for attention. She's a little attention glutton. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm a little excited to see the Empire, because I doubt... I'm not guaranteeing it, but I doubt in a for fun charity stream Floof's gonna pick Empire and like go like Steam Tank, and actually the Steam Tank might be banned in my server. I don't remember because that's how long it's been since I've seen Empire. But I love the Empire, and just because their recent DLC has made them overpowered and garbage and added a bunch of unfun stupid things to their roster doesn't mean I don't love the core roster. So I'm here. Like, I'd love to see some Karl Franz, some Boris Todbringer, some Marcus Wolfhart, some Balthasar Gelt. Give it to me. Pump it straight in my veins. Empire Knights, Knights of the Blazing Sun, love that shit. Demigryph Knights, amazing. Hellblaster Volley Guns, trash, but I like the meme. Cannons, awesome. Huntsmen, great. Handgunners, awesome. I love the Empire. Just because their DLC added a bunch of stupid fucking garbage doesn't mean I actually hate the main roster. Main roster's super fun. We are Sigmar's heirs! Oh, Steam Tank was not a good idea to give it those buffs. Landship was not a good idea, period. My highest quality option is 1080p now. That's weird. I thought it was like 1440 last time I checked. Did I change something? Settings. Stream. Output. Rescale output. Disabled. Oh, weird. Thought I had that enabled. I'll have to look at that and make sure it's not messed up in the future for my like recordings and stuff. So I'll write myself a note, but it's not. I'm not going to change anything on this stream. That would crash the stream. I know it looks okay. It's just like the 4K stuff. Yeah, it's a classic Empire build. I'm excited. Will with another $50. Will, I don't have to add another name. I do have to update the thing. With more 50s, we got 527. That's nice. Is Empire really that OP with the land ships and Stanks band? Yeah. Knights of the Black Rose are crazy strong for 1250 cavalry. And then the Hawkland long rifles are really amazing with the Empire's front line. Because the Empire didn't used to have weapons teams. They had huntsmen, which are like mid-range at best. And then they had artillery, which was long range, but kind of suffering in the current meta. And then artillery got buffs across the board. So that was better for artillery. And then Empire artillery got better with the steam tanks and land ships, which are banned now, but like bear with me. And then they got Hawkland long rifles. So if you're fighting Empire and you want to fight them at long range, you can take stuff that counters cannons, but then if they have Hawkland long rifles, you're screwed. And I don't know. They just have one of the most cost-effective front lines in the game. It's really tough. So now the Empire, instead of kind of being, you know how they were the jack of all trades, king of none faction? Now they're kind of like the king of two ways of playing the game, and then the jack of the rest. And it's like, oh, okay, why are you guys the best artillery faction now? Because the dwarves don't have anything to counter Jezzails. Like, the way Skaven beat dwarves is Jezzail kiting them. That's why that matchup's so fucking bad, is Jezzails and globes are amazing. Well, now the Empire is Jezzails, so the Empire can out-artillery duel the dwarves. Oh, okay. That's cool. You know? Or that's like the one thing the dwarves used to be able to do is outshoot them. And now with their steam tanks and land ships being crazy strong single-entity monsters, where they could just, like, kill literally a whole army if you don't have the exact thing that counters them. It's like, okay, now the Empire is also better than the Lizardmen at, like, bringing a giant fuck-all thing that'll kill your whole army. So, they just kind of got some not-so-good buffs that made them a little toxic. Anyway, we have 4 Nuln Ironsides from the Empire. Decently armored little carbine repeater guys. I don't believe in them at all, but more power to you for trying them. Spearman and Halberd frontline, we have 1 Great Cannon, 2 Knights of the Blazing Sun, then Marcus Wolfheart with his net and focus shot, and then a Bright Wizard with Burning Head and Flaming Sword of Ruin. We have a 3rd Knight of the Blazing Sun in the woods. On the other side, for the Lizardmen, it is a Skink Skirmisher frontline, Skink Cohorts, and Saurus Warrior, a secondary frontline. Feral Cold Ones for some cheap-ish armor piercing. They have taken nerfs. They are 500 gold now instead of 450, but still cheap as far as armor piercing goes. We have double Solar Engine and a Life Slan with Regrowth and Earthblood. Let's do this. In Dom, they're pretty good right under the top factions. Is that Empire you're talking about? Oh! McRightface with the $10 sticker. And it's a dog hugging a heart. That's alarming. I was alarmed. Nuln Ironside's already getting a couple shots off onto the skinks that are advancing. Though their accuracy is decreased by getting hit by a beam of sunlight, I guess. Guess that's what the solar engine's doing, just blinding these fools. And that is a lot of firepower coming in from the Empire. The Lizards are going to want to get in there and get in there fast. While the cannons are trying to trade with the solar engines, the Lizards are probably pretty fine with that. The Stildons are rather tanky. And while that is a good target for the cannons to shoot at, I think both sides are happy with it. Like, the cannon's happy to be shooting a single entity monster, and the Lizards are fine taking damage on a single entity monster. They can heal with a regrowth. Saurus Warriors get netted in Marcus Wolfheart's schemes, only to be shot in the face by Nuln Ironsides on their entire way up here. Bronze Shield's doing a little bit of work for them, but it is still pretty tough. Goldenfloof up a bit of damage value right now as Knights of the Blazing Sun start their first rear charge. The skink with javelins are not able to turn around and fire in time, so they will be rear charged successfully. And a Burning Head is also ripping through Saurus and Skinks alike. A very tough advance for the Lizardmen as the Burning Head curves into Skinks for a perfect side shot. I don't know when that changed, but CA definitely made that less random and more this is what happens now, as Burning Heads always go for the best angle possible. Feral Cold Ones getting around the flanks though. And there's a lot of skinks dying, though the Empire, I mean, the Lizardmen brought a lot of skinks to die. So, yeah, things are kind of going to plan right now. And damage value is getting evened up, which is really good for the Lizardmen. They brought the healing. They are more than happy to go into a hyper late game situation, as the Slann is now getting focused by something. It looks like the cannon is dealing with him a bit, while the solar engines continue to fire on. Feral Cold One's reaching the back line, getting charged by the Knights of Blazing Sun, but those Velociraptors will at least go out swinging a little bit here against the heavy cav of the Empire, and more Skink Skirmishers closing in to provide a little bit of poison overwatch fire. Another Burning Head down the front line. The Null Ironsides, 2 of them have taken a bit of damage. 1 is having to run away from Saurus Warriors who broke through the front line and are sending these guys packing. The Empire Spearmen line is overall holding. There's just too many Lizardmen that got around them more than, like, they actually died. We have 1 Spearman routing, but everything else is holding pretty well for now. Wolfheart throws out his second net while the cannon continues to fire at the Slaane, who is retreating for the woods. Doesn't want to burn a regrowth on himself, wants to save that for some of his actual damage-dealing components, so he is trying to just get away. Damage value, Goldenfloof gets out to a 1,000 lead. Balance of power also trends that way just a little bit as the Solar Engines continue to punish the Null and Ironsides. Man, that Lizard frontline took a lot of damage as Skink Skirmishers try and run away from the Knights of Blazing Sun in the woods. This little flaming lance is pretty easy to see. And the Empire seems to be holding for now. Lizards are kind of getting through here and there with tattered remains, but not quite able to fully get the damage off that they want as an Earthblood catches some Saurus and some Skinks, but the Knights Blazing Sun pretty easily able to peel those guys. Cannon still upright and firing. We have a Feral Cold One in the way back. They're chasing down Knights of the Blazing Sun. They could be rallied somewhere soon. One statue with a spike and a damage Knights Blazing Sun a little bit as the Slaane gets in maybe trouble, throws a regrowth on himself, even out that bounce power a little bit, make himself less vulnerable. The Skinks are starting to kite it out. That Grand Cannon is still firing, though. Could be a problem. The obligatory I hate source meme. Ironsides aren't doing that great, it looks like. Yeah, but they're doing enough. They're doing enough. Lizards are starting to retreat. Slaane regrowth bringing himself back into the fight. And the Empire managed to keep a lot of their Ironsides online. Their front line took a ton of damage. The Halberdiers were pulled up from the back to be the new front line. The Slaane throws out a quick banishment, then retreats to the woods again. We still have some Feral Cold Ones that could rally to the cause. We still have these 2 Bastiladons with their solar engines, but the Empire has more than enough ammunition to deal with them at range, so it's not like the Bastiladons can guarantee themselves a late game. They just get into the fight. Slaane, shield the old ones, tries to keep himself safe, but he's surrounded by Knights of the Blazing Sun, still getting shot at by the Null and Ironsides, and he is in the trees just slightly, but not enough to actually get him to safety. And the Null and Ironsides get hit with a Bastiladon shot. It's looking like the Empire will take it. Looks like the Empire will take it. Slaane is routing, and that's probably the GG point, because I don't see these Knights of the Blazing Sun letting the Slaane come back without the leadership. The Lizardmen are already routing a lot. When the Slaane dies or goes off the map, but he's probably going to die, more things will route more quickly, and that'll just start a cascading effect down to army losses. Lizardmen ran out of oomph and haven't really done damage for a while. Don't give them an inch! No inching! Bastiladon with Solar Engine. Army loss is gonna hit him. And that is GG. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to game 5 anyway? Alright. Both players are ready. We're going to do a game 5 anyway because this is the chat vote one and I wanted the chat vote. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know how voting on this stream works, the first thing to get 3 answers is what the player will play, right? So you just type in chat what faction you want, and the first one to get to 3 gets it, right? So for Rocket, start now. What faction do you want Rocket to play in the final game? I will just watch chat until something gets 3, and then we'll flip over to Goldenfloof. Alright, I'm going to update the scores. Goldenfloof did get the 3, but we will continue on. So looking for Rocket. Slaanesh got 1. Slaanesh got 2. Norska's 1. Grand Cathay, Tomb Kings, okay. Grand Cathay has 1, because that's from the same person, I saw it. Norska got 2. Norska got 3. Alright, Rocket is playing Norska. We're flipping over to... Alright, we're flipping over to Goldenfloof now. So what is Floof playing? Keep voting. Slaanesh got 3. But did those count for Rocket? I'll give people a little bit longer to decide, but it looks like we will have Slaanesh for Goldenfloof. More Slaanesh coming in from Furious Gamer, so it looks like he and Yaroslav won it. Testing on through in some greenskins, but it looks like we'll have Slaanesh. Yeah, more Slaanesh in from Necromancer. It is decided then we'll have Norska for RocketRoux and Slaanesh for Floof. Good choice, Chad. Good choice. This is a good matchup. It's fun. Light armor for days. No one has any armor. Chicken for days. How we doing, chat friends? $527 raised for charities. Pretty good. You guys did pretty good. For what is this stream going on? This stream is about an hour long. We're an hour and 11 minutes into the stream and you raised $500 for charity. That's pretty good. Worst faction of all time versus the worst faction of today. All right, the players didn't know that this would be the matchup because obviously you guys just picked it, so they do need a second to build their builds. Of course. All right, brace your ears. Brace your ears. You've been warned. There's a delay. I also typed it in the chat. Brace your ears. Because when I plug in... If I plug in my camera during a stream, it usually makes a weird noise. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that should be in. Sound settings. Don't do that. Give me my good mic back. Boom, good mic's back. Alright. Add thing. Video capture device. What up? It's me. It's the boy. Okay. Hello. Let's go find a dog. Doggy! Hazel! Where you at? Hazel, come here! Come be on the dog stream! Come be on the dog stream! Come here! Yeah! Urgh. This is a puppy. Oh, 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 oh. This is a puppy. Woo! He says, hey guys, thanks so much for helping people like me get good homes. Because Hazel's a good pup. Yeah, you're a good pup. And we love you. We love you so much. And you're such a good puppy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good puppy. You're the best puppy. You're wagging your little tail. It's making a breeze on my leg. Alright, go on. Go on, buddy. We gotta finish the stream. How do I get rid of that? Oh, wait. You sure you wish to remove a video capture device? Yes. Bam. Should have streamer your dog chooses the factions by choosing a label of milk bone. That's good. You don't hear a weird sound? Yeah, sometimes when I plug it in, it goes like, beep. Let's do it. Final game of the night. I think I was slightly short of 600, so for every donation over this game, I will match up to $40 to get over the 600. Team Boy, can you keep track? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Hazel's mad. So for Norska, we have a front line of Marauders, including the Icefarm Marauders. Hi, bud. We have Skin Wolves, Norskan Ice Wolves, Beast of Tashnar. Hi. Hi. It's okay. That's the mailman. Hazel, it's the mailman. That's okay. That's okay. Then we have Skin Wolves. Yup, got it. Familiar with Great Weapon, Throg the Troll King, and a Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with Plague of Rust and Searing Doom. On the other side, for Slaanesh, we have a Devoted Marauder frontline. Hazel, I will deal with it in 1 second. Chaos Knights, Marauder Horsemen, Fiends, and Azazel. Pretty classic stuff. Alright, what? Be right back. What? What are you so sad about? Hi. Hi. You're okay, bud. Oh, dog is... Yep. Dog was calmed down. Now she hears sirens, which is not helping. Oh. Yeah. We all hear the sirens. We all hear it. Chat hears it too. Chat's telling you to calm down. Calm your patooties. Talk about me? Oh, you're talking for Hazel. I see. I see how it is. Alright, Azazel, what does he have? He has Rampage and Acquiescence. Those are two pretty strong spells. As Norska's mixed monster frontline gonna move up. Norskan Ice Wolves and Skin Wolves. Waiting for their turn. Gonna wait for the Marauders to take the brunt of the assault first. Siren of Pet Ruin. This is actually gonna be a very big Cav fight. Chaos Knights and Fiends versus all these dogs, because both sides just have 5 Marauders for a front line, which isn't really going to amount to too much. Norskan Ice Wolf is going to try and slow down the Chaos Knights of Slaanesh, apply that Frostbite, and then Plague of Rust Overcast to lower their armor to 60, while Skin Wolves get a countercharge in. But Slaanesh has their own reinforcements. Marauder Horsemen trying to get back in there and throw. Now, throwing at these guys might be difficult over the backs of their own Chaos Knights. So that is going to be tough for Goldenfloof as the Skin Wolves are piling in, dragging down these Horsemen of Slaanesh. It's a bad time to be a Chaos Knight. Elsewhere, the front line is much more of a mixed martial arts affair. Fiends of Slaanesh getting worked down by the Skin Wolves and Throg himself, so it is a tough start here. Balance of power and the damage value are very, very even as we're getting some donations that I will get to in a second, but there is a quick game happening. It's Norska versus Slaanesh. There's not a lot of time to talk. Dogs are starting to rout off, however, and Skin Wolves still trying to hold with their Marauder brethren as this overload of this one flank is going very well for Slaanesh. Some of the skirmish cav is also doing okay. The bottom side is going much better for Norska. These Chaos Knights are almost dead as the Skin Wolves continue to work on them, and Famir with great weapons actually joining in too for that armor piercing, armor sundering. And the armor sundering will pair well with the Skin Wolves to actually make it a little easier for them to get hits on these Chaos Knights. As Floof's gonna have to back off with these 2 skirmish cav and just take the L. I kind of hope Norska now takes this win and just runs up the front line, like, make this Marauder route, then make these guys route, then make these guys route. So we'll see what they end up doing, but Norska's top side entirely breaks apart. All of them are now routing, and Slaanesh can chase them off for army ability, while Throg recommits to the fight. The Skinwolves and the Famir up on this side are going to recalibrate, head back into the fight, hopefully. I hope they don't spend all their time chasing these skirmish cav that they can't catch. That would seem pointless. Go, Norska Dog Army. They're trying. So the Skinwolves are coming in with the rear charge. Devoted Marauders are ITP, but they're not unbreakable, and they will be routing off here soon. Some of the dogs are rallying. Beasts of Tzeentch are going to get back in and hit these Marauder Horsemen. That's actually a really good pick. Those guys had a lot of ammunition left, and they are getting roasted by the Norskan Ice Wolves and the Beasts of Tzeentch, who do eventually rout because Fiends and Azazel are scary, but took a skirmish cav with them. It was okay. Norska is getting all their people together. Slaanesh and Floof taking a bit of a lead on the balance of power. Same color banner as Boo. It's a lot of red. You're right. It is a lot of red.
They scream.
Fiends are in. Skinwolves are counter in. Doing really good damage to those super low armored Fiends. Even with their physical resistance, it's not enough to actually stop these guys. Fight or Die is popped from Throg. And they're cleaving these fools. Goodbye, Fiends. With the Famir, actually, they have 0 armor because the Famir is under all of the armor that they have. Dogs trying to get to safety everywhere else. Slaanesh's Marauders are stuck fighting Throg and all these Famir. Look at them just getting bowled over. Famir don't give a shit. I am a little worried that Norska has, like, no infantry support, so eventually these Devoted Marauders, especially the ones with spears, will drag them down. Another Plague of Rust significantly damages the Chaos Knights. Skinwolves should be able to finish it. Never mind, they'll turn around in harmony. That was some thriller level synchronization there. Alright, Norska's starting to get run down. Fiends and Chaos Knights killing them, and you know Slaanesh has been charging army ability this whole time, which is very, very concerning. Why is the bounce power not worse for Norska? I guess now it's starting to tick down. Throg, probably. I forget that they have Throg and a caster, so that's a lot of balance of power, whereas the other side just has Azazel, wherever he is. He's off running dogs away. Okay. Norska's fighting it out, kind of forming a last little modicum of power as these Skinwolves get isolated out by the Slaaneshi forces and run away. We have one Skinwolf in with Throg, the Famir Great Weapons with Throg, and a Marauder. That's about it for Norska here. Bounce power can't tell which banners are which. True. Searing Doom's gonna hit some Fiends and Chaos Knights. They're trying to abandon ship, but they're not abandoning ship fast enough, so they will get hit by most of it. Good damage. That's good damage. And Skinwolves did real good. Go Skinwolves go. Fight or Die was popped to try and keep Throg and the boys in the fight. There's not a lot of the boys left though. It's quickly becoming just keeping Throg in the fight. Metalcaster's thinking about routing. The Famir are thinking about routing even with the leadership buffs. Everything else is leaving. I mean, in fact, we get the Pavane of Slaanesh to just rampage and damage the Famir warriors a bit. The rampage doesn't matter as much because they're already currently fighting everything that's around them, but the damage is damage. Shaman routes, everything routes, and Throg with full HP will get army lost. Nobody can stop the Troll King except for leadership. Look at him, on his hands and knees, begging the Dark Gods to only give him an army worthy of his caliber. But yeah, he's doomed. Azazel didn't have to do too much. Chaos Knights and the Fiends of Slaanesh did plenty. Skirmish Cav also did well. Devoted Marauders outclassed regular Marauders. For Throg and the boys, they did good. They did okay. They did their best. But that'll be it for today. Let's check back in with the donations that happened during that very quick-paced game. We have Sean with $100. Not a first-time caller, but the pets get some love. Thank you, Sean. McRightface with the $10, Sir Catbeard with the 8, and Will with a 50, petitioning for Hazel Basil or Moo Cow picture emoji for the Discord. I can maybe make that happen. And I know the stream is ending, but we're going to do our due diligence and get everybody added that should be added. So we have Sir Catbeard. Then we have Sean. I'm going to give him exclamation points because I always think of that Heavy Rain clip where they have the Sean glitch, and I love it. And then McRightface and Will giving even more. We don't deserve them, but we get them. So 50 plus 10 is 80. Well, 50 plus 10 is 60, but adding that to 20 is 80. Then we have 100 from Sean, which is fantastic of you, Sean. We have 8 more to get to 695. I don't know if you want to continue with someone else. Don't know if you're wrapping this up. I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up and wrapping up. So we got about 700. 700, seven sevens. Also, Goldenfloof popping in with another 40, so that takes us up to 735. Quick maths. Yes. Look, Goldenfloof. So it looks like we hit 40. Yeah, Sean came with the fat 100. Will with another 50. Everybody's doing awesome. That's that. This is going to go to help a lot of pups. A lot of pups. Thanks to Rocket and Floof for doing this. Shame you guys had to miss playoffs, but hopefully this little for fun event was worth it enough to let you know we love you. Rocket again for designing the Vermin League bot that a lot of people play on. So if you play on that bot, you owe Rocket a lot of thanks. And for Floof, just being a good guy, hanging around, playing some games. He's one of my admins as well, but I don't give him credit for that. All right. Thanks for keeping it classy, you two. So classy, good, fun games. A little bit of sweat here and there, but it was good. It was good stuff. I'm going to sign off now. So that you guys know I don't take the money and run, I'll post a picture of the receipt where, like, you donated this much. I'll post it on the YouTube community thing. That's usually what I do when I do these charity things. I've never had this much money, so I do think it is extra important that I post that. Otherwise, people are like, did that motherfucker just run off with, like, $750? That'd be really messed up. Hey, thanks for the $750, nerds. All right, KV popping in with the extra 10 for Go Trees. I'll add his name to the list because it deserves to be added, but the stream is wrapping up, so it won't be on there for long, but he could take a screenshot, take a picture, and say, I'm up there. I'm on the big screen. Been watching for a long time, Sean? Keep watching for a longer time. We ain't going nowhere. Are we, Hazel? Oh, Hazel says we're going places. What is coming up on the channel? We have some new player tournaments, regular shit, usual stuff. If there is a patch in October or November, I will take a day off of work and stream that for probably about 10 to 12 hours. So if there's a patch, we'll do that. I'm still waiting on part of my Witch Hunter costume to do my Volkmar No Mages, No Heresy stream where I just play as Volkmar with Flagellants and Witch Hunters and fight anybody who doesn't represent Sigmar. That'll be pretty cringe and fun. I'll dress up like a Witch Hunter. I've already got makeup to make a scar on my face. I've got the hat. I've got a hatchet. Just need the coat. So whenever that coat arrives, we'll figure out a day to do that stream. What else is coming up? We have a survival stream with Black Knight and In-Cars next week, Tuesday. That's about it for fun stuff. Everything else I have is just lame and stupid. I don't know what we'll do. We might do something big and kind of fun in November. It's hard, though, because people are going to start going to, like, holidays, depending on what religious affiliation they are, in December. So whatever I do in November has to wrap up in November. Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up on the channel, guys. You'll be a witch hunter for Halloween. I'll be a pineapple. You're right, Rocket. Those are very different vibes. Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks so much to those people on the list on the right-hand side of the screen who donated to the doggos, the charity. I will get that sent very soon here. Those donors are myself, Goldenfloof, Jeremy, Hayseed, Miguel Alvarez, Johnny Bravado, Everchicken, Will, Twist, Necromancer, Mick Rightface, Yaroslav Kozoriz. He told me how to say it earlier in the stream, and I can't scroll up that far to find it. I'm going to hope that I got it close. Xanatos Dualmont, Ram McTavish, Sir Catbeard, Sean, and KB. All right. Bye-bye.